Good morning, party people. I am in the Seattle, Washington area. Same place I was yesterday. Same piece of carpet behind me. I've extended another night because I've had a few people contact me saying that they would like my help and assistance with taking care of some things with their vehicles, maybe a couple meet and greets, stuff like that. I came to the area to pick up a vehicle, in case you don't know, and I decided that I would mosey around the area and try to get in touch with people and contact people and help people on my way back towards Cincinnati. I get contacts all the time. Hey, Robert, when you coming back to the Pacific Northwest? Hey, Robert, are you ever coming back to the Portland area? Hey, Robert, can you come to the California area? Mostly people want help with their vehicles, stuff like that. So here I am. Now, I'm expressing a little frustration with people not having their parts, people not being prepared, stuff like that. And been reminded by a couple of people that they just have been missing the videos. They didn't know I was coming until the last minute. Man, I've been telling people I've been on my way out here for almost 4 weeks. I told you it was not an option. It was a firm commitment because I purchased this car. And if you need my help and you can help offset some of my expenses in traveling, stuff like that, I'd be glad to help. I also make mention that if for some reason you are in the position where you can't help with expenses and you need me to see if I can help you, get in touch with me. Call or text. Here's the number. And if at all possible, I'll come help you. In the past, I've purchased parts for people. We've gone to the junkyard. I've done labor on cars, on and on and on. And for some people, it didn't cost them a dime. Unfortunately, they didn't have a dime, so it was a situation of 100%. I call it charity. Some people may not like that word because people don't like receiving charity. But, it's me trying to help somebody in need. Plain and simple. Not anything complicated. So, now most people, they help offset expenses of traveling. They get their own parts. And after they cover hard expenses that I have, they contribute to me financially to help me keep going. This world is, unfortunately, our country here in the U.S. is structured on capitalism. Every man for himself, everybody profit as much as you can. So, there's nothing that I get while I travel around for free. It's always paid by me or somebody else that's in a position that can pay it. Most of you that I've visited your locations and spent some time with you, you know that Diane and I are not on an extended vacation. There's a song out that basically says, if you're doing the kind of work that you really enjoy doing, it doesn't feel like work, it feels like vacation. Well, my body tells me I'm doing work. We are not spending each and every day going to museums. Now, Diane loves seeing museum things. She likes history. Nonetheless, she's not going and looking at museums. I have to really press her to go see a museum. Nowadays, lately, last 4 or 5 years. There's been times where she just jump out there and go to a museum. Not so much anymore. I see sights as we drive by them. We don't often stop at a museum, pay $60, $70 to go to a museum. Again, we're not on an extended vacation. I could jump in this car, head back to Cincinnati, be in Cincinnati, $400 or $500, and be done with this thing. And I have my car, and I'm back home, being able to work on it, start restoring it. Now, that doesn't help people that need hands-on assistance. They can't afford to go to a certified mechanic or dealer. I know that. I've been doing this for several years. So usually I let people know my travel plans when I'm in the area, if they have their parts or we can get the parts in a matter of minutes. We'll take care of their car needs as best we can. Usually they get those needs met 50 cents on the dollar. I made a mention a day or two ago, probably yesterday's video that I released, that man, I'm in the red. Not your problem. That's my problem. Not something I had any kind of obligation through people to make sure it was not alleviated. And I said that just to encourage people, hey, try not to draw me into positions where I got to spend money that I would not have spent, like that restaurant Dutch thing. It's like, hey, me and Diane, we will go to KFC. She'll buy a $5.20 meal. I'll buy a $5.20 meal. We sit down and eat that meal for $11. We ain't whining and dining ourselves out in expensive restaurants after getting on YouTube and asking you to send me donations so we could go gallivanting around the country, looking at sites, taking cruises, and eating at expensive restaurants. If you think that's happening, just shut it down, man. Go watch, some other mechanic or some other cooking show or something. People that watch my channel, number one, hopefully they're learning things that they need to know to care for their vehicles. Number two, they're learning things to help them service and maintain them vehicles themselves, which will help them save thousands of dollars, even in a year's time. I just got a phone call from a guy. He bought one of these cars. It's losing coolant. He's concerned it may have a blown head, engine damage, in excess of $2,000. So he calls me. We talk about several things. Something that you can't call the dealer to do. You can't call a dealer and tell them what you've done on your car in the past 2 weeks. Tell them what kind of symptoms you're experiencing and expect them to tell you what's wrong with your car. All they're going to do is keep saying the same thing. Would you like to set an appointment to bring your car in so we could diagnose that and repair that for you? They're not trying to save you $2,000. They trying to keep their business open and service cars in a professional and proper way. Now, is that a bad thing? Absolutely not. It's just where they are. Now, if you are on a $3,000 car budget and you spend $2,500 for a car and then put $700 in it, you're already $200 over budget. You're not in the position where you're ready to take your car to a dealer and drop another $2,500 because now you're $5,200 into a $3,000 car budget. Not what you plan to do. So he called me. We talk about his symptoms. More than likely, he can fix that problem, $50. Did he save money? Absolutely. Did I do something to help him? Absolutely. I didn't have to stop what I was doing and give him 15, 20 minutes of my time explaining the same thing to him 6, 7 times. But that's what I do. That's my passion. That's my purpose. I'm glad I was able to help. Now, is it a crime if that guy sends me 20, 30 bucks? No, absolutely not. Nobody's saying it is. That's where I'm at. Anyway, so if you are in my path of travel and you would like help and you have your parts, whether you can afford to pay my labor or not, I can possibly stop by and help you out. Now, there's going to be expenses in me stopping. There are a lot of people that would like to host us. If I told you the strange things that we have experienced through being hosted, you would understand why we're in a hotel. I don't think there's nothing wrong with us staying in a hotel, regardless of what your arrangements are. There's a gentleman that reached out recently, I heard, is supposed to have maybe spare property that he's offered to allow us to stay in while we're in the Portland area. I'm going to reach out, try to find that information, get in touch with him. Hopefully that'll save us some money so that, hey, we can stay in that area maybe a little longer, take our time, get in touch with people, be able to help people, and that expense dropped tremendously. Yesterday I had a gentleman call. He used to travel a lot. He had points for this hotel that we're in. He reserved us a room for another night, which saves us, 130, 140 bucks, and we get to stay in this area another day and get our costs down. Those things are appreciated. I look at those things as a blessing, not only for me, but for the people I'm trying to help. So if I don't have any expenses and you have your parts and you need me to come help you, man, I can come help you. And if you ain't got it, you ain't got to pay it down. If you go to a certified mechanic or the dealer, they're going to need from you anywhere from $110 to $175 an hour to help service your car and keep it on the road. Is that reasonable? Well, if that's what their cost is to keep their business open and pay their employees and have their facility open, that's what their price is. Go there and pay it. I don't think there's a problem with that. Now, Diane and I came out here. I knew there were people needing our help, and we left a lot of our personal things at home. I brought most of the tools I need. Great thing. So I have the tools to help a lot of people. Now, if I don't have a tool to safely do a job that you need me to do, I'm going to have to purchase it, or you're going to need to have it. It's one or the other, So I'm not going to do anything unsafe that can damage your vehicle or harm me personally. I have to have the proper equipment and tools to do a job. So today, I'm going to go do a job for a person. I'm going to have to go to the auto parts store and buy parts. Do I need these parts? Yes, to do the job. They'll cover the parts. There's a couple of tools I don't have. I can't go through the airport with a truckload of tools. I went through the airport. One bag was 50 pounds. The other bag was 51 pounds. The limit on the bags was 50 pounds. So I put everything I could, tool-wise, in my luggage. We left things at home that we would like to brought with us. That's what it takes to try to help other people. So we did that. So when I do this job today, there's a couple of safety items I need. Do I need those safety items? Absolutely not. I got 4 of them at home. I don't need 2 more. But if I'm going to help this person, I got to buy 2 more if they don't have them, which they don't. So I'm going to spend another $40 to buy this item of safety concern to help this person. Now, it's up to them whether or not they want to offset that cost. I wasn't going to ask them to offset. I wasn't even going to mention I bought it. I was just going to go buy it, use it, help the person, move on. I can use it the rest of my trip. Awesome, So anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm still in the Seattle area. If you need and want my help, great. If you can help with expenses, great. If you can't, we'll see if we could work it out. And if we can't work it out, I move on. No foul. Don't cost you anything to check, and I move on. However, yesterday, met with a guy, did a job on his Volvo. If he would carry that car to the dealer, the stuff we did yesterday, probably $1,700. He bought parts, probably $300, maybe $400. We did the work. He probably spent half of that covering my expenses, giving me some money for labor, and covering his parts. He got out of there 50 cents on the dollar. Great to me, saving for him, exciting for me, brought my red line down a little bit. But, I think we accomplished what he wanted to accomplish and was concerned about. And he proclaimed that his car is running better now than it was ever since he had it. So that's a win for him. And he was generous. Gave me a couple of parts that I could use and I could have to help other people that, man, could save them money as I travel across the road. So, hey, I think we're winning. I appreciate that. I'm excited to be here, and I'm glad to have this opportunity to help you. Again, we're not out here lavishing up our life and asking people for donations to cover it. Not that that would be a crime. That's just something we're not doing. So I want to give a special shout out and thanks to my friends that contacted me yesterday and offered to help me get out of the red. Man, I appreciate that. You guys know who you are. We spoke on the phone. I appreciate it. I'm okay for now, as I explained in the video. And then there was some people that just took the initiative to go to the portals and send donations. Leslie sent a donation. Morgan sent a donation. Graham sent a donation. Richard sent a donation. Maria sent a donation. Jamie sent a donation. And Big Al sent a donation. Man, I appreciate that. Glad that that stuff helped. And I tell people, man, every $5 counts. And, you know, I don't take it lightly that anybody would stop and send any donation. You know, so, hey, I appreciate it. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's clip. Now, today's clips, I found them. I forgot I had them. They were from my visit to help a few people in Chicago. Again, watch these videos, has some good information in there. And then my next video tomorrow should pick up where I'm doing things here in the Seattle area. But nonetheless, each and every morning, I'm going to let you know where I am and where my next stop should be. And again, if you're in the West Coast, anywhere in California, west part of Oregon, west part of Washington, and you need my help and you got your parts or can get them before I go through there, reach out to me and we'll try to make sure we can stop through there and help you. Thanks for watching. Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert. That's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you could click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Look like we got a video going, party people! We got Diane's phone. It's a nice phone. Actually, it was sent to me by one of my viewers. He had several phones and wanted me to do better than I was with that phone I had. Sent it to me. And, man, I just didn't want to break it. And I know how Diane takes care of her things. So I gave her this phone and used her phone that she had, one or the other, something like that. Anyway, I am on Diane's phone. I got to be extra careful not to break this thing today. I don't want to break Diane's phone. So I am headed to Swedish Car Parts, try to do a few repairs on Panther. And then I got to head over to John's, see if we got a remote we could program to his car, test drive it, troubleshoot a couple things, then get back to this hotel so I can get out of Dodge. Tomorrow is Elizabeth's birthday, and people like celebrating their birthdays, so we are going to go out to dinner tonight around Cincinnati somewhere. Man, wish I could pick up the tab on that thing, but whoo, those folks be going to some places that rich for my blood. I had to work a week, pay for some of the dinners that those folks be eating. Those rich people problems. So anyway, I am headed over here to Alex's place, Swedish Car Parts. Man, I had some nice footage on my old phone. It's a shame that thing crapped out on me. You know, it's been coming for a while now. I've been complaining about that phone for at least 6 months. Having to do hard resets, hard reboots, freezing up, locking me out. Just a matter of time, you know. It hadn't been acting up lately, so I thought I was good. Then that day before yesterday, just started creeping and crawling. Anyway, besides all that, yesterday, Sebastian came by Swedish Car Parts and took care of some stuff for his new T5R sedan. The day before that, no, yesterday as well, somebody came by the shop to get their timing parts replaced. They've been contacting me, man, 3 months. At least 3 months. I've been trying to get out here to Chicago. Man, God must be on that guy's side. Woo-wee! He got there yesterday. Started getting the timing parts together, made sure everything was right. He had all Volvo parts from the dealer. Wasn't too thrilled about his tensioner, looked a little wet in there. But anyway, drained his coolant because we were going to replace the water pump and the thermostat. Car not getting hot. Temperature dropping as he driving, rising as he gets to traffic lights and stuff. That's a sign of a bad thermostat. So the thermostat wasn't broken, but it was worn. Anyway, we drained the coolant and I could see metal flake in the coolant. I thought maybe somebody put something in there, stop a head gasket leak or something like that. You know, people do weird stuff, putting weird stuff in their cars. Flushes, treatments, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, seen this metal flake. I said, man, you got some metal flake in here. Somebody poured something in there? No, not to my knowledge. Okay. When I took the timing belt cover off, I could see fiberglass particles, dust and stuff inside the timing belt cover. And all inside the timing belt area. I said, hey man, you know, you got some material in here. It looks like this timing belt's been getting grinded away somehow. Rubbing on the cover or something. Anyway, looked at the inside of the cover again. I could see an impression where the water pump was rubbing on the cover. Now when I looked down at the water pump, it looked fine. So I thought that might have been for some previous damage, but it looked kind of fresh. I took the top cover off, and goodness, man, the top cover revealed that the inside of the timing belt was getting chewed away. Timing belt had cracks all around it, but the inside of the belt, like the belt was walking toward the engine, and it was probably about 25% of that belt was gone. So it looked as thin as a red block belt. I was like, wow, something's going on here. And the only thing that could be chewing that like that is the lip on the water pump pulley. So went to get the water pump off, couldn't get the water pump off. I was knocking, beating, pulling, prying. I couldn't get it off. I thought, why is this water pump not coming off? Finally, the lower side got loose. Still couldn't get it off. Had somebody look at it, jerk on it, pull on it. Still couldn't come off. Anyway, finally got that water pump to pop off of that thing with some prying and banging and all this stuff. I looked on the inside of it, and the metal impeller had been grinding away on the casing of the water pump. So that pulley was sliding out, touched the timing belt cover, but the impellers were grinding away on the inside of the pump. I don't know what that was sounding like running, or if it made any sound at all, but I'm kind of surprised. Between that belt being chewed up and that water pump grinding away on the inside of that casing of that water, I'm surprised that didn't throw that engine, man. So I said again, man, God was on that guy's side. I never seen nothing that bad. Maybe, but not the timing belt and the water pump. That was crazy. So anyway, we got him all fixed up. Let him know about a couple other things. Checked a couple other things. Sent him on his way. He's good to go. That 850 will live to see another day. And he asked me kind of what a lot of other people ask me. He said, hey, I don't want to put a lot of money into the car if it's not going to make it. I tell him, like I tell other people, that car will stay on the road until you quit fixing it. The car gets old, they get a little leery about how much longer it's going to last, what's going to break next, yada, yada, yada. And you start cutting corners. You start buying cheap parts. Then you try to find somebody cheaper to work on it. Then you quit fixing stuff. So now you got 12 things that ain't working on the car. You know, you go from one thing to the other until a car falls apart. It ain't the car's fault. You quit fixing stuff. You start cutting corners. You start buying cheap parts. You know, hey, you could quit fixing that car $1,500 a year and go buy a brand new car. $400 or $500 a month. I don't know. To me, it seemed cheaper to spend $2,000 on the car you got a year versus buying a new car for $35,000, and every year that car loses $7,000 in value, and you're paying $400 a month. Sheesh. You're paying $5,000 for a car that may not be as nice as your 850. That's right, I said it. I think some of these 850s are nicer than brand new cars. So whether or not you want to fix your car, that's your deal. Whether or not the car will last, I got 500,000 miles on mine, so it'll last until you quit fixing. So let me go ahead and get over here to the shop. Hopefully somebody will be here. If not, I'll start cleanup. Yesterday it started out like 6 degrees in the morning, and when I got back to the room close to midnight, it was 33, 34 degrees. I was shocked. I'm like, why is it getting warmer after the sun goes down? And then I took a shower and went to bed. Didn't sleep that good last night. Kind of achy. Anyway, I'm gonna have hopefully a good time over here at the shop in a few minutes. Hopefully I get a couple things done on Panther and head back to Cincinnati, folks. Whoop, whoop. Here I am, folks. Swedish Car Parts. Think I'm early. Yes, I am. 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. It is after 8 a.m. The early bird not here yet. What's up, early bird? Early bird. John's seat there. And I got to get Tony's wheel out of my car. Leave that here for him to come get. Let me take care of a couple things on the car while I wait, because this car is a mess. Sebastian got his new T5R he's getting together. Trying to help him out with some stuff and a couple other people, but let me clean this car up. Get ready to get out of here. Get ready to get some stuff done. Check out this beautiful 240. Man, they just had a 240 sale. I think on Bring a Trailer. Something like 42,000 miles. Sold for $36,000. I don't know if that's an all-time high, but man, that's high. Look at this thing. Like brand new in here. Almost. Dash is cracked. Those are hard to find not cracked. Starting to see 850 dashes cracked like that. Anyway, let me back this thing out, get Panther in here, and do a little bit of tinkering on Panther. Man, look at this radio. When it came on, it said welcome. Must got some sounds in here. I'm not gonna mess with it, but I thought that was interesting for a 240. Here's one of those dash pads I was talking about. Starting that cracking stuff like those 240 dash. It's a pretty decent pad. Other than that cracking right there. I'm gonna see if he wants to sell this thing. And I know somebody'd probably rather have this pad than one they got. So anyway, let me get cracking on Panther. I got something going on with some noise. Sound like one of my idlers are going bad, or Heck, it could be. What the heck's going on with my dipstick? I don't know if I ever seen the dipstick rotating like that. That's weird. Let me see what's going on with that. Alright, so my whole dipstick shaft is rotating in the casing of it. That is very weird. But I got some weird noise. I don't know if this the alternator going bad or one of my pulleys are going loose. Something's going on here. Now I thought the serpentine belt on Panther was cracked. It must be Queen B. Anyway, let me go ahead and do some internal stuff. Let me start this up, see if you can hear this noise I'm talking about. Hear that noise? People always think it's that idler, but I'm not so sure. Could be the power steering pump. Could be the idler in there. I'm gonna knock the tension off of that, see if the noise changes. I have the tension locked off the serpentine belt, so when I start the car, the serpentine belt really shouldn't turn. And we'll see if I still have that noise. If I do, something in that timing belt cover, which would not be good. I don't think I got timing belt parts with me. And the sound is gone. That's good. So, something in this serpentine belt pad. This tensioner roller sounds horrible. No lubrication in that. That could be it. Hopefully it'll last till I get to Cincinnati. Can't really tell this idler with this belt on it. It doesn't feel loose or anything though, it feels tight. That really didn't have any play in it, it's just noisy as crap. Maybe I could take it off and lubricate it, and it'll get me back to Cincinnati. But, like I said, it could be power steering, alternator, could be anything. But that does sound bad. Yo! Yo! Uh-oh. What do we got here? Oh, boy. Look at there. T5R seat skins. Man, you got the T5R seat skins in?
That's it.
Man, with the Alcantara leather?
Is this what you want for your car?
Man, you know the best thing about it? This will fit every 850 from 94 all the way to 97. It don't have to be a T5R for you to pretend you got a T5R.
Pretending is
Man,
half the job.
man, look at there. Whoa, and you got some black ones in too?
Yep.
Man, let me tell you something. My car got over 500,000 miles on it. It could use a new set of leather skins. Man, these are heavy duty too. Padding and everything. Oh boy. It's on and popping now. I think. You got the R ones too? Panther's got the black R ones in. You got that too?
Yep.
Oh man. Alright, I'm getting one of those right now. Let me sound off and grab a set of those. The official tensioner for the 850 engine. I didn't know they sold them. Spin that for me. Man, nice, quiet, smooth. I never heard one that was nice, quiet, and smooth. And look, that's the official holding pin. Man, I'm going to make a keychain out of that thing.
That was the, see we milled the Volvo out of there.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do. That one. Man, that one could go all, look, it's still rolling. I could roll all the way to Cincinnati with that.
Noise. Kind of like a go-kart in the wheel bearings.
I should have pulled my pin out of there before I undid it, huh?
No. Okay.
That's like 15 cents worth of screws.
Oh. Yeah.
Dang, I messed up. We're gonna fire it up, see if we got a noise left. And hopefully we won't. If we do, alternator or power steering pump. Might start better if I hook the battery back up.
Hey, Robert.
Yes, sir.
Did you plug in the computer?
Yes, sir.
It may start, was it?
No, the battery is kind of important too. Batteries,
out of battery.
battery's important too when you turn that
What about,
key.
should I take this box out of the way?
Nah,
Oh,
it fan won't suck it in.
alright. Oh,
It's all internal engine.
right. It's sealed, right?
It's all sealed encasement like a Tesla. Man, that's quiet as a mouse now. And it's not vibrating. I think that was it.
Quality parts.
Man, that thing is quiet. Man, look at that color match. I just cleaned this off with the orange flavored oil eater. And these seat skins are perfect match to this dash. Man, you nailed it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Scientific approach.
Nailed it. Here we go, folks. The number one thing that makes your car look better than everybody else's. Lights. Man, lights is like looking at somebody with clean eyes and white teeth. When you got new lights on your car, man, it just pops. I got those lights on Panther from here. When I put them new lights on the front of Panther, people would double take and look at Panther. And then I threw that Swedish car parts exhaust on there. And then people just started staring and salivating. I told them, man, I'm married. Don't be looking at me like that. But anyway, I don't know if we're going to get any more of those exhausts in. Hopefully so. But we do have these in, baby! Woo! All-weather floor mats. Hey, you know, I see people's cars, and they have these generic Walmart unmolded floor mats in their car to catch the snow, rain, and salt and stuff. I think it's dangerous, but they do it anyway. Besides it being dangerous, it's just gross having them 1962 Buick rubber floor mats in your car. Man, get you some molded floor mats that is like a tray. It fits in the floorboard, won't slide around, and it's got grippies on there. Ride those things throughout the winter. Catch all that snow, ice, rain, mud, salt, all that stuff. You know, and he's got some for many models. Many model. Get the right stuff, man. They're not that expensive. I mean, heck, cheaper than a day out at the movies. Watch Transformers, whatnot. Hey, and he even got a couple used ones.
Well,
For nostalgia.
Nostalgic people.
I used to have those in my 740, man. Yeah, if you got to have the all-weather floor mats, get the ones that fit. And they got them here at Swedish Carpets. Swedish Carpet. Alex, what are you doing now, man?
What? What? Don't you love
Wiper end caps?
Yes.
Wow. That looks fun. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Time passing, yeah.
That's right, man. Fidgeting with things.
Yeah, that's the weather outside. You know, I don't know. It's a summer, winter, whatever. Warm outside, snow on the ground. Boy,
You can play with your wiper end caps. Which cars those fit on?
240s.
240s.
Yep.
Man, that 240 back there in the back looks good.
Yeah, I'll put it up for sale.
Yep. It'll be up for sale soon. I am on my way to John's place. Man, I'm glad Alex had that tensioner roller assembly. Took kind of a load off. Nobody likes driving around with your engine making some weird noise. Headed over to John's for a couple minutes. Oh gosh dang, got some traffic jam. After that, get to the hotel, check out. Man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to check my email or not. I was hoping somebody could send me something on email if they wanted to have some kind of meet and greet. I don't even have that to check. Maybe I'll check it when I get to the hotel, pop my computer open for a minute, and then hit the road. Hit the road. Somebody called me about a 240. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to check that out. Alex said if you call him, you can make arrangements to bring it by. Man, he knows a whole lot more about 240s than I do, and he said that he'll take a look at that. I think the guy's name, I'm pretty sure the guy's name was Mark. So Mark, if you're watching, if not, I'll call you later, give you instructions on letting Alex take a look at that for you. Try to figure out, let you know what's wrong with it so you can get that fixed properly. But man, I'm so excited about having those leather seat skins for these cars and those R seat skins with the Alcantara in them. The Alcantara on these cars that came from the factory seems just a little more plush. You can get that stuff, or not too many suppliers, just a couple. It's got Alcantara in there, that's good. I like that a lot better than that fake suede stuff. That fake suede stuff just feels so cheap. But hey, they're great seat skins. I got a set to put on Panther so we can check those out, make sure they work on Panther, and man, start getting these cars restored with some good quality stuff. They sell, I don't know what the ticket on them is going to be yet. He's going to put them on the website soon. But they sell these knockoff, weird seat cover things for these cars. Man, I want the stuff that looks and feels right. So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that would agree. Y'all saw the color match to the dash. They're brand new. They're not going to look like 25, 26-year-old parts. They're going to look like new parts. There you have it. I'm glad he stepped out there for us. Mailman ran into the back of somebody's pickup truck. Ouch. So much for getting your mail on time here in Bensenville, baby. But let me keep going. I'll tune back in shortly. We're going to see if John's car, the odometer's reading off. What time is it? Like 11:10 or something? 11:06?
11:06.
All right, there we go. Let's go. Reset the service lights. Now we're scanning the climate control system, because we had a couple of flashing lights there when we started the car. See if we got any error codes in here. The VST, Volvo System Tester. All right, come on. We got 13.
13 codes?
Yeah. I don't know if these codes are here because we had the dash out or what. But I'm just going to flip through them real quick. We had a bunch of codes before.
Right.
And clear them and see what stays cleared. So let's exit. Erase. Yes. Erasing DTs. Read the mileage on there. 269, 203. He's got 275, 82. About 700 miles high. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.